Hello students, today I am going to take up your chapter 1 from the textbook of class 9th Beehive. The name of the chapter is The Fun They Had, written by Isaac Asimov. Isaac Asimov was an American biochemist and a writer who was born in the former USSR on January 2nd, 1920. Former USSR is now known as Russia, and then was taken to US at the age of 3 and grew up in Brooklyn, New York. This story, the characters here in the story are Margie. She is an 11-year-old girl who hates school. Second character is Tommy, who is a 13-year-old boy who is Margie's friend and has found a real book in the attic. Then Mrs. Johns, who is Margie's mother. Then the most important character is the mechanical teacher. He teaches Margie and Tommy different subjects at their home on the television screen. This story takes us to the future when computers will play a major role. Books and schools as we know now will perhaps not exist then. The children will perhaps be taught by computers and robots in the virtual classroom. Now the story begins with a diary entry dated 17th May 2157 by Margie, who is an 11-year-old girl. She wrote, Today Tommy found a real book. Tommy was a 13-year-old boy who has found an old book in his attic. When they turned the yellow crinkly pages of the book, they were surprised to read words which were static instead of moving words which they were habitual of seeing on the screens of their computers. The book was about a school. Margie is skeptical, as according to her, nothing can be written about schools. For her school was the room next to her bedroom, where a robotic teacher taught her. She hated going to that room. Recently, her mechanical teacher had been giving test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse. The reason was that it was geared a little too high for the 11-year-old girl. This made her hate the school more than ever. The county inspector was sent for. He came and set the teacher at the average of 10-year level. But Tommy tells her that this was the school that they had centuries ago where children went and were taught through written books by humans. As they were having this discussion, Margie's mother called Margie. School? Tommy went home with a book and Margie went into the schoolroom. The mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. The screen was lit up and said, Today's arithmetic lesson is on addition and proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. Margie did so with a sigh. However, she was thinking about the old schools. All the kids from whole neighborhood came laughing and shouting in the schoolyard, sitting together in the schoolroom and going home together at the end of the day. They learned the same things, so they could help one another with the homework. And the teachers were humans. Maggie was thinking about how kids must have loved in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. In this whole chapter, we can see that Margie is not satisfied with the teacher she had. After reading the book, she was more curious. She wanted to know how, in the olden age, students used to go to school, sit together, and study. And then she started imagining about the school which you have in the present days, though we are missing those school days. But still, we come together, you all come together in the school where we human teachers, teach you in a classroom which Margie did not have. Tommy and Margie, both of them were taught by mechanical teachers, which they did not like. At times, it happened that the teacher was not able to understand what actually the child was going through, which human teachers are easily able to understand. So in this chapter, we come to know that the children in future are going to miss the real school life, real fun of the school. Here Maggie also was missing the same. So we can think we now at this moment when we are teaching you through the technology, we can easily understand how much Maggie was missing the real school. I hope all of you have understood. Now look at the future school. Look at the picture of a future school. Here in the school you will be having a room beside your room where you will be having your computer teacher, mechanical teacher teaching you all the subjects. You can learn through computers. The robots are going to be your teachers, and you'll have moving text on the computers. You'll not have the books, real books, and you're going to miss those books soon. Today we read many books through computer systems itself. It's a fun today, but if it becomes a habit, but if it becomes the reality, we are going to miss the real school. We are going to miss the real books. I hope all of you have understood the summary of the story. There are few word meanings which are given there. Please go through these word meanings. First word is fiction. Fiction means books and stories about imaginary people and events. Second word is crinkly. Crinkling means having many thin folds. Third word is be supposed to. It's a phrase. Should. It means should. Be through with. To have finished doing. Slot. Placing your coin in a slot before getting on a bus. Slot is a particular area, a particular place. Punch. A quick, strong heat with your fist. Superior. Having a higher position or rank than someone else. That's all for today. Thank you.